I ended up catching 11 pounds, and at least I didn't take myself out of it. So I learned a lot today, though. I'm looking forward to getting that, one more chance at it tomorrow.
You learned out there, so you had a lot of company out in there this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's a community spot. I think everybody knew that those fish were there, that practiced in there. Today the conditions were right. Somebody will catch a good string out of there, but it's not going to be me. I'm not going back.
What do you feel like changes you need to make for tomorrow?
The biggest thing is I learned that how that wind and the muddier water, and it's going to be colder tonight, it's going to affect him. So it should actually, it's going to hurt some guys and it's going to help some guys. I've got a plan for it, though.
What about spectator boats? They cause any problems?
The spectators were awesome. Today I had 15 or 20 at the most at any one time, and they're staying a long ways away, and they're really some of the better ones we've ever had. I mean, last year too, it was just fantastic. So these guys know what we're out there trying to do, and they've been really doing a good job for us.
Can you tell us about what you're doing?
I'm fishing.
There's a lot of no names at the top of the leaderboard right now. I don't know if you've looked up there, but guys that have never won, and does that give you more confidence tomorrow?
Everybody that's in this tournament deserves to be here. So I mean, they're all really good fishermen. I've got a lot of confidence just because I know what's out there. I mean, I had a pretty decent practice. I felt like, I made good decisions. I just dug myself a little bit of a hole this morning, and again, it's so hard to move, to change locations here. It's so time consuming that's the big challenge. So hopefully I'm going to make a little better choice tomorrow, and just got to have a couple things go my way. I didn't really have much go my way today, but at least I had the bites. That gives you a lot of hope. If you went out there and you just didn't get any bites, I'd be real concerned. But I had plenty of bites, and I'm looking forward to giving them another shot.
How many fish you figure you caught?
I caught about 10 today, keepers.
What's the best decision you think you did make today, Kevin?
Leaving the place I started in.
Just talk about the frustration factor. I know you said about that, but coming into this tournament, you knew what you'd be dealing with. You know what the stumps are. You know how you've won the majority of your tournaments. Coming into it, this has to be a classic that you're thinking of just surviving and doing well, and more so than others.
I try to win every one, and my goal now is not any different than it was this morning before I started. I knew that this front would affect the fish some. The wind was a bigger factor, I think, than the front itself. So you got to adjust quick. It's just hard here because you have that. I mean, you got to idle a long ways. To get to the best water right now, you got to go all the way in the back of a lot of these places, and it just takes a long time. So if you go back there and find out that the wind from yesterday, which was blowing opposite direction, has muddied it all up, and you got a long idle back out. So I learned a good bit about what to look for in certain areas, and I spent a lot of time in dead water, but I feel good with these conditions that it's actually going to concentrate some of the fish a little bit better. They'll pull back onto some of the little ditches and things like that where you can target them a little easier. So tomorrow is going to be very different. I think you'll see the leaderboard really change.
Coming into this tournament, a lot of people, and I don't know if you said it, but the starting spot on your first day is going to be more critical in this classic than in classics past. You said that the best decision you made was to get out of there. Does that put you behind the eight ball tomorrow, and is it possible to make that work?
I think, I had 11 pounds, so I mean, I'm not out of it. I had a couple of opportunities at some really good fish today that would have been a big difference, but you just gotta forget about it. When something like that happens, there's nothing you can do to bring them back. I'm gonna learn use what I learned today to try to improve on that tomorrow. If you can have a big day tomorrow, it'll again, the leaderboard's going to change a lot tomorrow.
What would you consider a good day tomorrow?
I think 18 or 19, 20 pounds is what you really need to have here to have a big day. If you're going to have a day like I had today, if you're going to have an 11-pound day, you better have 18 or 19. It's going to take 45 pounds to probably win this classic. If it warms a little bit in the afternoon tomorrow, and then on Sunday, I haven't seen the weather forecast. It's getting cold right now. If it stays cold, it's not going to help anybody, that's for sure. So these fish are very sensitive to the temperature, to the water temperature changes here. And today should have been really the best day, and I'm really surprised. I'm shocked that the weights aren't bigger. I fished 2 pools today.
And are you going to make big adjustments tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna cover quite a bit of water. I really got to look at the weather forecast to make my decision. I kind of saw a few things today based on the weather that we had and the wind that we had of what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time studying tonight, and hopefully I can keep myself in some of the more conducive areas.
Crowding an issue for you today?
No, not at all. I mean, everybody knows the good areas here, so there's people here and there around. I had one area where there's quite a few boats, and then I had several other areas where there really wasn't anybody fishing when I was fishing. So.
Expect more spectator boats over the weekend?
Yeah, there'll be a lot more. They were fantastic today. They stayed way back, and I would expect there'd be 2 or 3 times as many tomorrow. I mean, it's the Bassmaster Classic, and it's in a lot of these guys' backyard. They should be out there watching. The thing I saw today is people staying way away, watching with binoculars, everybody having a good time. I didn't see a single boat that had a rod out on their deck, so they're definitely here to spectate, and hopefully it stays that way, and they'll let us borrow the lake or the river system for one weekend, and then they can have it.
You seemed real excited about Hummingbird's 360 technology, Kevin. What does that mean for us all?
Well, the biggest thing, we've had great sonar technology with side imaging. The problem is that you have to be moving to use it. So you got to be, on your big engine, moving along at a pretty good clip, and going in a straight line. With this, you can turn, you can do anything, and it automatically updates your picture. You get direction, distance. It's like X-ray vision around your boat. So I can actually see where the drops are, where the brush piles are, a stump, or even a school of fish. So, and the direction to cast. The distance and exact direction to make the cast. So it's going to really help anglers visualize their surroundings.
Kind of a game changer, paradigm shift, so to speak, maybe.
It's very, very impressive. I mean, side imaging is one of the biggest advances that I've seen in my career in fish finding technology, and this right here just takes it to a whole new level.
An order of magnitude.
Yep.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yep.
How many keepers did you catch today, Kevin?
About 10.
How many did you lose?
About 10.
What was the biggest keeper you pulled in?
I didn't have anything real big, 2.5 pounds.
Any surprises at this point?
The biggest thing that surprised me today is that I didn't get more quality bites today. I mean, they're out there, so there's a lot of good fish out there.